Hey, Funkin' fans, please don't forget, you can always go to patreon.com/nice guys. Please make a donation for the show. We want to keep the lights on.
I have nothing to add. You did it so well, Strickland. Let's just get on with the show.
No, but you need to add something, Doug. Come on. Contribute, please.
Patreon.com/nice guys. That's the spot. Please, we are 100% funded by you all. And so far, we're 100% funded by you all. Let's just keep going.
As little as $2 a month. That's all we need. Thank you.
Their parents were cousins. Here's what's coming up on the Nice Guys on Business.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so take me through this now. I'm really excited. So this is actually a tool that people that are listening can actually use. We're going to provide something valuable content.
You know what? Stop right now. I need to change the topic because we can't provide any fucking real value. Screw this. We can't just...
Wait, no.
Okay,
Stop the wheel.
Stop the wheel.
Stop the wheel. This has been 2 years in the making. It's about to happen. Here it comes.
Providing value.
Get it straight, Buster. I'm not here to say please. I'm here to tell you what to do. And if self-preservation is an instinct you possess, you better do it, and do it quick. I'm here to help. If my help's not appreciated, then lots of luck, gentlemen. If I'm curt with you, it's because time is a factor. I think fast, I talk fast. I need you guys to act fast if you want to get out of this. So, pretty please, with sugar on top. Listen to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Need an education on how to grow your business? The Nice Guys are here to help. Learn about great customer service, networking, and how just being nice can help you prosper. Now, here are your hosts, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Hey, Funkin' fans.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's start it
You said
real.
hey, like we're ready to go.
I know. I was going to tell you I was going to try to get you to laugh by telling you my Zencaster name was I knew that would be a laugh.
Yeah, that is funny. Although I'm going to have to beep that out because, if they're not a Patreon patron, then they don't get to know that.
Do they know that even if they are a Patreon patron? How would they know that?
Yeah, because that's part of the bonus material. Sometimes I'll put we'll either say it or I'll put that'll be the image of of the file is.
Hey, I happen to notice that 500 by midnight.
Have we started the episode?
Oh, I don't know. I just
assume
assume that we've always.
I
assume that as soon as I put my microphone on, that I'm being recorded.
But it could be bonus material. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a feel for.
I feel like the Gary V of the podcasting space. Everything that I do in the course of my day, I should be recorded. I should because you never know because there's so few things that I say have any type of brilliance attached to them that everything has to be recorded in the event that I happen to say something brilliant. But who is listening though? Who is actually trailing?
Well, we're getting 2,000 downloads a day, so somebody must be listening.
Yeah, it's true.
Somebody out there's listening.
I don't know. Somebody's got to be listening.
Just reach out and tell us. Even if you don't want to give us $1 a month on Patreon, just reach out and tell us who you are. Welcome back. Welcome back. I guess we're into the episode here, Funkin' fans. 500 by midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you going to say about them?
Oh, so 500 by midnight. Every once in a while, I will get an email from Patreon that says, hey, just wanted to let you know 500 by midnight put up a post.
Oh, yeah, because I guess Patreon is set to go to your email, not mine, which is fine. Forward those to me. So 500 by Midnight is my Vegas podcast that I listen to, and I donate to them on Patreon because I really like them. I enjoy them.
I'm a little pissed. The girls from Guys We Fucked, they were all excited about coming on the show, and they have just disappeared off of the radar screen. I just think that they're that kind of people, which is always the true barometer of whether they're going to come on the show. If I slam somebody, 100% they will come on the show.
So Doug, what you're saying?
Eat my words.
What you're saying is we got fucked.
Yeah. So.
We got fucked by the girls we fucked.
When you have to manufacture a joke, Strickland, that it's not good. A joke should
actually,
just come
I was
naturally.
thinking of the joke came naturally. I had to wait on it because I had to pull up the sound effect. It was after I thought, you said, they dogged us, and I'm like, oh, so we got fucked by the girls we fucked. I was going to say it immediately, but I'm like, wait a minute, I want to bring up the sound effect now.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so I get emails directly from Patreon, but I don't seem to get them from when we post anything. Now, why is that?
That is weird. Why would wouldn't you? You totally should, because you're a
Our
patron.
Patreon patrons, you are the ones that are actually engaged here. When you get something, when we post something, do you see it without having to go to the Patreon page? Can you just let us know? Because I don't ever see. I see nothing. I don't see any. The only thing I do see is our Slack group.
Like last week, I posted, I think, 3 weeks worth of bonus material, all like on the same day. So you should have gotten an email about each.
Sorry, people. Did not. It was Strickland's fault.
No, but what I'm saying, you still should have gotten an email last week. You should have gotten 3 emails.
I did. I got an email.
Oh, you did get 3 last week. I did.
Sorry. I just figured, how could we have possibly have gone a month without posting anything? I don't know, because I know Strickland's doing his job. Apparently, Strickland's not doing his job.
Well, they're up there now. I got a little backed up. You know?
Strickland, you are always a little backed up.
I know.
Okay? You are always. Is there ever a time in your life where you actually are standing around thinking, hey, I actually got a free couple of hours to do absolutely nothing? No, that never happens to you.
No, it's true. By the way, if you want to know the keyword, the secret word to know when an interview is not good, that is in the week of 424 show notes. In fact, I probably should put a note in the description and say,
you mean on Patreon?
Patreon. Weeks down the road, nobody's going to know to go back to that specific week to find out what the keyword is when an interview is not good.
Well, but you don't have to, because here's what happens. Are you talking about when one is a little bit
not
boring?
So good.
Yeah. So, but we talk about it all the time on our Slack group. So if you
true, you could be on the Slack group.
Don't worry about mentioning it anymore on the Patreon page. If any post there, if you really want to be a true Funkin' fan, all you need to do is go to patreon.com/nice guys, and you can be a part of the Slack group. It's that simple. You don't even have to keep up to date, because it'll automatically send you the messages to your cell phone. So. Yeah. The Slack group is really all the shit. I mean, it totally is. It is my chance to completely make coffee, milk, or anything that I'm drinking come out of my nose because of the unexpected humor that is usually injected into. Yes.
Hey, nice guy community. We are back.
Whenever you hear this music, you know what just happened, right?
There's a problem.
You gotta love that our show is so tight.
Yeah, we're that good. We could just edit between, and you would never even know there was a technical problem. But fuck that. We're just gonna tell you.
Yeah, because you want to know why we're going in so many different directions and pulling our hair out. It's because the internet is broken. The internet is broken. It is broken.
God damn, we broke the internet. Anyway, so if you want to find out the fun name of our recording this week, and Doug's, you gotta pay at least $1 on Patreon.
Yeah, and if we really want to have you a part of the Slack group too, so just join in. Also, don't forget, go to the. We know that 80% or 80s, I think it's actually 87% now of you listen to our show on Overcast. If you'll just do us a favor, just hit the little recommend button. We lost a little bit of footage and we slipped down to 4, and last week we recommended it and we got back up to number 2 again. Thank you. We would like to, I really just think that Tim Ferriss is so far beyond us that I don't even know if it's possible to catch him, but let's just give it a try.
Well, we just don't know. We have no idea how far ahead he is.
Well, he's probably pretty far out there.
Well,
I'm thinking
not necessarily.
He's out there.
We're beating NPR. We're kicking NPR's ass.
Yeah, that's always good. It's always
good.
We
are kicking NPR's lily white fucking old gray-haired ass.
Hey, go back to Tuesday's show. I was offended by that comment, and I'm going to have to tell your manager, Strickland.
Oh my.
Okay. I think, let's see. I don't even have any idea how many minutes we are into this episode because of all the technical...
I think we're only 5 minutes in.
Oh, okay, great. So we have plenty of time. So we haven't done any topics, correct?
No.
Okay.
Should we? Time to spin the wheel to get some topics.
I don't even remember any of the topics that were left. We didn't do the speed read or anything.
That's okay. They're all on the wheel. I did the speed read on Tuesday, and this is the leftover ones that we did not get to yet.
Oh, are they fresh, though? Did we fridge them?
Yeah, of course. We refrigerated them for the last 2 days. Of course. Come on.
That's good.
We can't be getting food poisoning and
they're
shit.
a little bit gray around the edges. I see them. I don't know if we should do this, Strickland. This could make us sick.
Oh, God, Doug, you're just such...
I know. I'm the germaphobe of the
You
moment.
can eat a little dirt. It's okay. It's not going to kill
I
you.
don't like dirt. Don't like it. Okay. Strickland, I want to talk about...
questioning everything you do. And here's where this comes from. Okay, two things.
I was going to say this wasn't one of my topics. I'm looking
I told
feverishly
you,
through
there's
my
some of
list.
mine.
Wait a
There's some
minute.
of
You
mine.
came up with topics?
Yeah, I mixed them in. You weren't listening in the speed round, obviously, when I said them very quickly. I included mine.
Because I was recording in 3x speed. That's part of the problem.
Okay, so one of these actually is one that I gave you that you put on here, Strickland shaving in the shower.
Oh yeah, I wanted an update of that because I think I've introduced you that to you, and I heard you made mention of it on the Slack group, and I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to know how your life has benefited as a result of that, but that's not the topic at hand right here. So what is the topic at hand?
It is actually part of the topic at hand, and that's why I brought it up. I rolled it in with something else. So we do certain things over and over and over again, and we just don't question it, right? I have always shaved in front of the mirror. I've never even considered the idea of shaving in the shower, right? How would you do that? You can't see yourself. Well, yeah, they make fucking fog-free mirrors. They've done that for a lot of years. That's obviously how you shave, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly how I shave.
So I'm like, what a great fucking idea. You know, like I get out of the shower and then I have to fill the sink with water and I got to get warm water and then I got to, shaving cream,
it's a
all that
process.
shit.
It's a process. And it's a pain in the ass because now you have a mirror that's in front of you that's all steamed up too.
Right, because it's all steamed up from my shower because you can't shave first. You have to open your pores up before you're going to shave,
and then you're going to have a little hole in your mirror the entire week because you've put a little rag or you rubbed it with your hand or something like that, and that's a pain in the ass too to have a dirty mirror. Okay, so I'm interested. I'm curious. So take me from there, Strickland.
So this thing that I have never thought to question before, shaving, right? Mm-hmm. Do it in the shower.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's the greatest thing ever.
The world has opened up an opportunity.
Right. Yeah. The world has opened up an opportunity. It's something so simple, right? Yeah. And second thing that I did this week, I obviously do a lot of audio editing and our Turnkey podcast, that's another topic we can get to. Our Turnkey podcast is starting to take off. And so I am doing like a lot of editing of other people's episodes. Mm-hmm. And the audio editing can get tedious. Well, my wife has a 10-key mouse. Okay. So it's basically because she's an accountant, right? So it's actually a mouse that has a 10-key built in, right?
Wait, 10-key as in
number key.
Numbers. Wow. Okay.
So you know how some computers, you've got a regular keyboard, and then beside that, you've got a 10 key, like an accounting 10 key.
Don't tell me that the 10 keys can be set up as shortcuts.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so take me through this now. I'm really excited. So this is actually a tool that people that are listening can actually use. We're going to provide something valuable content.
Oh, my God. You know what? Stop right now. I need to change the topic because we can't provide any fucking real value. Screw this. We can't do
Wait, no, stop the wheel.
Stop the wheel.
Stop the wheel. Go back. This is important. This could be good.
I know,
This has been 2 years in the making. It's about to happen. Here it comes.
Providing value.
I was standing up. I'm sitting down again. Hold on.
So I realize when I'm doing audio editing, I use Audacity. And so there's a lot of, mouse clicks and then cutting and pasting and compressing and adding audio. It's just a lot of moving around and I'm doing a lot of the same things over and over and over again. Right. So I realized how often I have to move one hand from either my touchpad or from the mouse to a key to do something. Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. I could have a mouse pad that has a 10 key on it, and I could assign shortcuts.
Wait, a mouse pad or a mouse?
A mouse. I'm sorry, I said mouse.
Okay, I just want to get the visual of this. Okay.
Right. There are gaming mouses out there, like for real gamers, where they have a mouse that has numbers built into it, and it's specifically made so you can fire and move easily and stuff like that, right? So this is similar. I mean, I could use something like that too, right? But it's basically a 10 key on here. So I assign shortcuts. And so
What's the brand?
Oh, I don't even remember. She's had it for ages.
Is it like a flat pad or is it shaped like a mouse?
I can take a picture of it. No, it's kind of, have you ever seen an external 10 key like that you plug in with a USB?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm trying to.
It looks exactly like that. It just happens to function also as a mouse. So in other words, it has a thing on there that says turn the mouse off, turn the 10 key off, right? So if I just want the 10 key, I can turn the mouse functionality off and it will ignore the fact that it's a mouse and just be used as a 10 key.
Does it move or is it like a trackpad? Sorry, I know you hate when I start asking all these details, but I'm just trying to get a visual so that you don't have to send me a picture. I just want you to describe it so that I can have a picture in my head about what this thing looks like.
Okay, it's like 3 or 4 inches square, like a regular 10 key would be, like a box.
Right.
And and I, instead of just sitting on the desktop, I can physically move it. Like you could physically, if you have just a 10p, an external 10 key, you could physically put it wherever you want, right?
Yeah.
Well, this one has mouse functionality built into it where it's got a little laser underneath. So
that's what I'm saying.
I move it acts as my mouse.
You're moving it like a mouse.
Exactly. I'm physically moving it, using it as a mouse.
Okay, you're going to hate this question.
It just happens to have the numbers on it.
You're going to hate this question, but is it wireless or is it wired?
No, it's okay. This one happens to be wired, but I know they make wireless ones too.
And does it have a built-in screen on it like a calculator or not?
No, there's no screen on it.
Okay. Now it got annoying. Now I'm annoying you. Okay, good.
It's only annoying because I could take a picture for you, all right? So
it's not for me.
5 minutes,
this is not for me. Okay, listen clearly. All of this stuff that I want to know, this is so that the people that are in the listening audience, our Funkin' fans, our nice guy community, because that you have people like me in our fucking community. They want an explanation of what this fucking thing looks like. They're not going to click on anything. That's why I'm asking you to explain it to me.
What if I take a picture and make it the show art?
Oh, that's a good idea. That is an excellent idea.
See, question everything that you do. That's what we're doing here. We are questioning everything that we do. And this is going to get into the next topic. I'm going to roll these two in together because the second one is so good and it's so appropriate for right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Psychological safety. Let's get to that in a minute. So I'm doing my audio editing with a 10 key and being able to not have to take my hand off of the mouse to do the shortcut.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm saving so much time. And I just never even would have considered it. I never would.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until I stopped to pay attention to what I was doing, how often I'm moving my hand off of the mouse to the keyboard, off the mouse to the keyboard, off the touchpad to the keyboard, either way. And you don't realize how much wasted energy there is in the movement until you sit down and actually analyze what you're doing.
No, this is great. I love when a discovery like this is made because it things that make your life easier and simplify your life. You know what? Not only make it the cover art, whatever this mouse looks like, but put a link for one in the show notes and attach our Amazon affiliate account to it as well.
We could make 12 cents on that. I love it. That's a good plan. It's a good plan. So the second thing this ties into is
psychological safety.
Psychological safety. Now, the definition of psychological safety, I learned this phrase from Creativity Inc., which is a book that was written by the guy that started Pixar. And he talks about they do these meetings. So one of the reasons that he believes that Pixar movies are so good is they will write a movie, they'll start working on it, and like every couple of weeks they have these production meetings.
Right.
And they sit down and they go, okay, what's going on? And basically everybody in the room critiques the movie, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this doesn't work, this is good, this is not good, right? Well, because it's people who have an opinion that is valued, but this is not about bashing somebody else or who has the best idea. It's about everybody coming together to come up with the best idea. And the key to all of this is you can't feel attacked, right? If somebody says this idea is no good, okay, they're not attacking you. All right, you have to listen to them. Oh, and here's the other great part with this. Every suggestion that is made, nothing in the suggestion room is a required change ever. So let's say I'm the director of the movie, right? If I get 10 ideas, I'm allowed to say, hey, these 3 suck. I'm throwing them out. Okay. I don't like them. Well, you know what? Next week or next month when you meet again, if you don't change it, they may come up again, but maybe they won't. Who knows? But the bottom line is you can't feel attacked by it. And Doug, where this came up with us the other day, you and I were having a meeting talking about Turnkey Podcast, right?
Yeah.
And we're templatizing it and we're putting the process together. And you're telling me the ideas that you have for the process, right?
Right.
And there are a number of them that you and I think so differently, right? It's not always that we have different opinions. It's just that we approach problems from such different places that we come up with different ideas and different answers, right? And so while we're talking, and you and I have known each other a long time, right? I am not a guy that really likes conflict. I mean, I know that it's necessary sometimes, but, I think psychologically I just try to avoid it. But I'm aware of it and I try not to avoid it just for conflict's sake. But there's certain things that you're saying and I'm like, man, that just doesn't sound like the best way to do it. And I came up with a bunch of ideas that I think somewhat drastically changed the way we were doing things. But it's funny because when I'm first saying them, I'm thinking to myself, God, I don't want Doug thinking I'm like attacking his ideas. But if you have that psychological safety like you and I have, as long as you realize I'm not attacking you, I'm trying to make the process better. Man, you have to have, and there have been plenty of situations the other way around too, where you've said to me, hey man, why the fuck are you doing this like this? And my answer is like, shit, you're right. I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. But if you weren't comfortable with me saying that, if you thought I was going to get defensive or be angry at you, you wouldn't say it in the first place.
No, I think you're right. I think the issue is that we all gravitate to this area that is our comfort zone, and that's such an overplayed and overused term, this comfort zone thing. But the problem is it's overplayed because it's the reality of where we all are, and we are exactly where we are in life because of the things that we have done. And for me, like this whole process, I talked to Jeff Gibbard. Jeff has another Funkin' Fans, just so you know, he has a podcast called Shareable, and it's a successful business guy, and he's a process guy, and I'm such not a process person. It's like he puts together spreadsheets to explain how a system should go, and I just go. The spreadsheet for me is frightening. I have a very challenging time filling out spreadsheets because I'm just not a spreadsheet kind of guy. I just want to do the process. I want to do it over and over and over and over again until I'm so comfortable with it that it just makes sense and the system falls in place. And that's probably not the right way to create a business. I don't know. I it's just how I've always done it. But it's because that's me saying that's how I've always done it. That's exactly why I'm right where I am, which is not further than where I want to be. Not further than where I am right now. So we do gravitate toward this. What do you call it? Psychological.
Well, the psychological safety is feeling comfortable enough in your business with your friends, with your friend, whoever, to be able to say something and not feel like you're attacking them, and the other way around.
No, I think that you and I have a good enough relationship, or a great relationship enough to know that none of this is you. I know it's not you attacking me. I know that. I'm hoping you know that as well.
No, and that's it. I mean, that's what I'm saying is that it was funny the way I felt about it at the time. My instinct is, oh my God, I don't know that I want to say this because I don't want to sound harsh. And then I thought, this is fucking stupid. This is Doug. He knows I'm not going to be attacking him, but it's sometimes hard to get there. I mean, let's say you got a boss, and if you got a boss who you feel like if you're trying to make a suggestion at your office that's going to change a process, that's going to improve things. Well, if you're worried that the original process was one that he put in place, well, maybe you're attacking his process. Well, no, you're really just trying to make it better.
So tie that into the trying to figure out like the mouse or the shaving in the shower. These are two complete paradigm shifts of the way that you thought. You'd never even thought of those things, or is this are they not related and it's a stretch? Tell me how those two things necessarily tie into the psychological safety word.
I think it ties in because, first of all, let's say if you question everything that you do, right? If there is a process at work, your boss puts a new process into place, or maybe it's a process that has been in place for 10 years, and you go, why? Why the fuck are we doing it like that? If your boss's first answer is, dude, I came up with this process 5 years ago, then you, okay, doesn't mean it's good, So that's kind of how it tied in, I thought.
I got it. I'm with you. And I think that that we tend to do things over and over and over again because it's always how we've done it. It's for no other reason other than, well, this is always how we've done it. When you start to change things in your life, when you do things like when I started to experience anxiety a couple of years ago and I changed my life to add meditation in and yoga into every morning and every evening, all of a sudden things take a whole different track in your life. So this negative thing that happened in your life actually turned out to be a very positive thing for me because it allows you to change your behavior. So in your particular case, shaving in the shower, complete life changer. The mouse thing, complete life changer. So how many of those things do we do on a daily basis, every day, day in, day out, that we don't question ourselves, hey, maybe I should be taking a different spin on this? So if you're listening to this, what are those things that you do on a regular basis that you just say, maybe I should do that differently? Right. It could be something as simple as where you go to lunch every day, or how you get there, or with whom you eat lunch, or a process like how do you do you do your emails 3 times a day, or do you let your email become your task list for the day? And I've heard great things about doing things both ways. There's so many different things that you could change differently if you just start questioning the things that you do in the course of your day.
And both of those things are so incredibly simple, and it's things that I've been doing for so many years, I would never think to question them. But both of those things, and you know what, some people might be going, what's the big fucking deal, right? Like you save 5 minutes in the morning shaving in the shower. You know what, for me, it's a big fucking deal, because a lot of times I would be like, fuck, I don't feel like filling I'm not going to shave. It's a pain in the ass. But to just be able to grab my razor in the shower and just do it, I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
All right, let me tell you something that my wife does that I think is a little bit odd, but this is just how she grew up. This is how she does it. She brushes her teeth in the shower.
You know, it's funny. I actually heard something about that. She should actually read up on that, only because I remember like a year or two ago, I heard about this, and that my first thought was, what the fuck? Who fucking shaves or who fucking brushes their teeth in the shower?
Okay, but tell me what's the downside to it?
Well, no, apparently enough people do it that they did do some study on it. There's something about the germs in the shower. I don't remember the details, and I wish I'd known ahead of time.
I think it might have to do if you leave your toothbrush in the shower. Maybe that's part of it too.
I kind of remember there's something.
I think people that brush their teeth in the shower probably brush their teeth longer.
Maybe.
Interesting.
But there was something about like the heat and the steam of the water. It was something very weird. There's something weird about the bacteria. I don't know. Maybe I'm throwing shit out there.
I don't know either. Okay.
But there was some big, like, kind of serious reason that like you shouldn't do it.
Let's spin the wheel. Get to the next topic. Oh, what happened there? Got a little MP3 hiccup on the spinning the wheel.
Really? Oh, I didn't hear that at all.
Wheel of Funkery. Let's do it.
How to know when it's time to move on personally and professionally.
Well, I think that this topic is near and dear to me because I think that it is a topic that a lot of people are dealing with. How do you know when it's time to move from your job? Or how do you know when it's time to move on with a relationship that you're in? And something.
Well, for you, Doug, I think it's time to move from your job when you realize your boss is an asshole.
Wait a minute, my boss is me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to...
You're going to try to edit that in?
Right, like I told... At first, I'm thinking, oh, wait, where's the button? You know what? Fuck it. I'll just edit it in later. Nah, whatever. I'm never going to do
this, that. I want to, we can talk about this topic, but it could be a topic that's got, it's a much deeper, much more serious topic than many that are out there. And it's a topic, I think originally I was going to talk about this because I find that I'm in a really good place with my ex-wife at this point. But all of the shit that I had to deal with over the last, 6-7 years since we separated, or maybe it's 6 years now that we've separated. I don't even remember exactly how long it's been. But
how long exactly is your alimony? That'll tell you exactly how long you've been apart. Because when those payments end.
Well, I can tell you when that payment is going to end, but I can also share with you that I don't know. It started well before the agreement started, so I don't. That's why I'm saying true. I don't know how long it's been, because it's been longer than the actual divorce. But we all struggle with this push-pull of whether we stay in a relationship because we have kids, or whether we stay in the relationship because we have a history. But we struggle with the idea of that we deserve this thing called happiness in our life. And again, it's a really, really challenging subject to to really comprehend fully. And I don't even know if I really want to get into the whole topic. I'm just afraid.
I know it sounds like kind of serious for what we do.
It is. It really is serious. And so maybe we should either edit this entire part of this out, or I don't know. No,
that would require work. I'm not going to do that. I got enough other shit to edit. It is interesting though. Like when I was single, I had a girl that I dated for about 6 months, and this was one of these type of relationships where we'd talk every day, and shit, this was before fucking cell phones even. So we talk on the phone every day. And then all of a sudden she starts getting kind of distant, and I'm like, what's going on? And after about a week, I talked to her, but it just something felt wrong, right? After about a week, I'm starting thinking something's going on. And she said to me, hey, I questioned her. I'm like, what's up? And she's like, you know what? I've met somebody else from work, and we're really hitting it off, and I'm sorry, I've kind of been seeing him, and maybe we should be done. And at the time I was like, fuck me, I have no control over this, and this isn't what I want, and I was upset. But then 2 or 3 days goes by, and I thought, wait a minute. Because then she actually called me back. 3 or 4 days later, she was like, you know what? I made a huge mistake. This guy was a jerk. I love you. I miss you. I didn't realize how much I missed you.
Booty call. She was just all about the booty with that guy.
Right. And after those 3 days of not being in the relationship, I stopped and I stepped away from it. Obviously, I had to step away from it. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I really am kind of better off. And it wasn't like a sour grapes, right? It wasn't like she called back and I'm like, fuck you, you fucked up. It really was, hey, I really feel I'm in a better place. I didn't realize how uncomfortable you were making me feel and the relationship was making me feel because I was in it. And I didn't see anything around it. But now that I've stepped away from it, I actually feel better, and I don't really want to get back together again. And sometimes with our jobs, with our relationships, with whatever it may be, you have to kind of step away from it and go, wait a minute, I need to look at this from the outside for a minute. Is this really what I want?
But how do you do that as a guy that is married though, or a woman that is married? How do you can't really step away from the relationship. You can do like an assessment and you can try to, maybe go away for a day or two, but how do you make that come to life? Because
it's very hard.
It goes both ways. It's not just I need to do an assessment of where I am with my relationship with you. If you're just thinking about your own feelings, that's one thing, but you have to take into account the fact that you have this spouse or this person that you have a relationship with on the other side, and you just can't step away from that for a week and say, well, I just need some space right now. Or maybe you can. If it saves the marriage, I think it's worth doing. But how do you? The reason I hesitated in bringing this up is because I know there's a lot of people that are in our community that are dealing with this situation right now, whether it's personally or professionally. And I don't want to skate around the issue, but I also do know that it's a very sensitive subject, and we don't really have a resolution to it. It's just a part of a conversation that we're having.
Are you breaking up with me, Doug?
No.
Is that what's happening right now? Is this how you're trying to bring it up? No. Like you don't want to do the podcast anymore?
No. Do you have like the music from The Courtship of Eddie's Father or anything like that? Do you remember that?
Oh my God, you are so dating yourself. I should just bleep out that entire show reference because it's so fucking dated. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was. Now my mom used to love that show. Gosh, we used to watch that show all the time.
I used to watch it only because I had to. I thought it was stupid, but I think it was on at some time where nothing else was on. Stupid. That was Bill Bixby, right? Was that before or after he was the Incredible Hulk?
That was well before The Incredible Hulk.
What is the? People, let me tell you about my best friend. Oh, God, come on.
Yeah, maybe you could use that. We need some intro music to the show every time. Can we do the different theme song?
No, that's too much work. I already mix it up with Steve O'Brien. We've got like 100+ intros and outros. I love those.
We do have a lot. I don't want to change it, especially if it's going to be changing to the theme music to the courtship of Eddie's father.
And then we'll get flagged every single time for every episode.
We got bumped off of YouTube. I don't remember what was the song. Was it from the match game or it was no?
Oh, did the match game one do it? I thought Dropped a Bomb on Me definitely.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. You're right.
Yeah.
And so YouTube sends you a message. I don't know if you get it, but I know I got it.
No,
they send you a message that says, "Hey, listen, I want to let you know that there's been a copyright infringement, but nothing to fear. You're not in trouble." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you guys are in trouble because you are missing out on all of this awesome from the courtship of Eddie's father, and you dropped a bomb on me." I wonder what kind of bot is out there that actually can figure that stuff out.
It is kind of scary that as soon as we post to YouTube, there's some spider that goes through and watches the videos and listens to it and basically knows that it's copyrighted material.
It wasn't even like it had posted and this was a month later or 6 months. This was the day that was, within hours. I think probably at 3 a.m. when you posted it, by 6 a.m. when I was listening to the episode, I had gotten the email.
It's crazy.
Like, holy shit.
It's crazy shit.
God, Big Brother is watching us all the time.
No doubt. We're about probably 35 minutes in. You think we ought to wrap it up?
I don't think we should wrap up on the divorce topic. I think need to get. Yeah, I think any of these. Let me look at the topics here.
You don't want to spin the wheel. You can grab a free one. Go ahead and grab a free one. Which one do you want to talk about? What do you want to wrap with?
Let's see. Is there any?
The 12 worries every entrepreneur has? And if they don't, they're lying?
Let's not do that one.
No.
I don't even want to do the first one that I talked about, how standardized testing has absolutely no value to anyone except for those that are giving the test.
Okay.
I was like the worst. I was the worst. Were you a good test taker?
No,
you were horrible. No, you had to be horrible at it. You didn't even finish college.
I was okay at it.
Didn't finish college. Was it because of the test or because you just ran out of time or you just didn't care?
I ran out of money. We've talked about it before. I was paying for it myself, and after 5 years, when I tried to work full time and do college at the same time, and at the end of 5 years, I was like, you know what? I don't have enough credits yet, and I can't get any more student loans or grants any kind of extra money because I've been there 5 years, and they're like, fuck it, I can't afford it anymore. So,
well, it's interesting you say that because I was at a family function. Maybe this was about a week or maybe 2 weeks ago.
This is, by the way, the topic you didn't want to talk about.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna move on because my daughter seemed to bring up something about her advanced degree. Oh, I was talking to, I can't remember why we were brought up the master's degree thing, but I talk about it. And she goes, well, I already know what Strickland's opinion is. Oh my God. So she is a listener. She basically heard the episode and she will never speak to me again. I probably should check Facebook and make sure I'm not blocked. Yeah. Nice guy community. Just so you're aware, I have a daughter that's an adult. I'm not going to say her age because Strickland will end up beeping it. But she must be a Funkin' fan or a listener to the show, or at least she's a closet listener to the show because Strickland and I continually get into the conversation about the lack of importance for a master's degree, especially in the music world, and my daughter completely disagrees.
Did she really say that, like in a family function? She said, I know how Strickland feels about it.
Yeah. It was definitely quite obvious from at least that particular that exchange that we were having that she was definitely she had to have tuned into that show because it's so rare that I share anything that we talk about on the show at a family function because my family doesn't listen to the show.
Oh, and I went off. I remember that rant. Rachel, I love you. You know that, okay? And I totally respect the fact that you feel this degree is important to you, but I respectfully disagree with the importance of it.
Yeah.
But again, you know what? Yeah. It depends on what she wants to do with it too. Like, I don't know, like if I said to her, hey, Rachel, so why do you want to get it? And if the answer is, look, I really want to teach at the college level, Well, look, if you don't have that degree, you're never going to be able to do that. Now, the next thing I would say is, do you know how many jobs are available at the college level? Because nobody's leaving those, and the only way to get one is if somebody else dies. Well, you know what? If her answer is, you know what? I love this and I don't care. I don't care that there are not many opportunities. This is really what I want to do. I'm going to make it happen. And even though there are not many opportunities, I'm going to find one. You know what? I totally agree with that, and I totally defend that. I'm okay with that.
I think all you really need to do is just say, listen to episode number 312 or whatever episode number
I need to go find it, because I probably should. I should put a link in, but that would be work.
Can't you just put something in your OneNote and it will automatically come up?
Yeah, if it came up in the notes, like music or degree or something, I'll find it. Yeah, I'll put something in the notes.
All right, let's get out of here. Tomorrow, this is Thursday, right? So tomorrow's
now I feel like I got to apologize to your daughter.
No, not personally. You don't have to do that. you don't. I mean, you can if you want to. She will gladly. But if you apologize, that means you're just opening up for a conversation about it.
Oh, and I'm okay. I'm totally fine having a conversation about it. I'm just, me. I love to play devil's advocate, but I'm also curious as to her. Again, I think in the rant, one of the things I said was, hey, if somebody said it's because I want to be the best musician I can be, right? In this particular case, I'm just a huge believer that actually going out and doing it over and over and over again. Like if my goal was to be the best musician,
if I had the wheel,
you'd spin it right now.
Right now,
you're gonna cut me off.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off. Fine. Yeah, I was gently cutting you off earlier when I said.
All right, fine. You gotta have you need a sound effect on your end that you can plug in that's not through Zencastr, and that you can just hit it. Because you're right, it is only fair. Yeah, it's only fair that you have a sound effect too.
I don't have one. But tomorrow's show is an amazing show with Judy Holler, and let's not delay any longer. If anybody is listening to the show and they're like backlogged and they want to get to tomorrow's show, we're just holding them back from being able to do that.
All right. Well, what if they're listening today and now they have to wait till tomorrow to get to it? I mean,
I guess we could speak for the next 23 and a half hours.
You're just making excuses. You just need a wheel spin. You need a shut me up sound effect. It's okay. I understand.
I don't have anything. My stapler. Hold on a second.
That's no good. You got to find a better sound effect.
Yeah, that was no good. And I just stapled my face to the microphone. All right. Nice guy community. Never underestimate the power of nice. Strickland Bonner. It's been a pleasure.
Doug Sandler, always a pleasure.
You go ahead and say it. I'll let you do it today.
Steve O'Brien.
You know what we haven't done? Holy shit. We haven't done the promise statement the entire week.
Yeah, we did. We did it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, actually. We just forgot on Tuesday.
Very true. I forgot all about that. Okay,
exactly.
So I don't even
you
have it in front of me.
You have such a short memory.
Don't have it in front of me, so we're not going to do it right now.
It's too late for that anyway. We did it yesterday, and we're going to do it tomorrow.
Okay. All right, Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
Click on the Patreon link in the show notes. And for as little as $2 a month, you can help support the podcast and get access to fun bonus content. That's like half a cup of Starbucks coffee once a month, a grande, double shot, maybe a little flavoring. Thanks for listening. I mean, seriously, you need to cut back on your caffeine anyway.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend.